Peace. I hope everybody's doing well today. And I'm just dropping by to, drop a brief message. I just wanted to say that it amazes me at the extent that some conscious black folks will go to just to try to uplift black people. Even so, to the point that we start to tweak certain history accounts. For example, the Moors. The Moors is something that always comes up, that we descendants of the Moors and this and that and the third, right? Now, the Moors are Berbers, and Berbers was the name of a tribe or an indigenous group that resided in North Africa, right? Now, people always say the Moors conquered Spain, right? And trying to attribute it to like blackness and try to big up the black folks, right? But the reality is that the Moors were Muslims. The Moors belonged to the Umayyad dynasty, right? Which was a dynasty that ruled from Damascus in Syria. So this is part of the history that's also left out, right? Like people say, oh, black people rule Spain. No, Muslims rule Spain. And the Moors was just a faction of a lot of the different groups and tribes and people that came to the fold of Islam. And I think when you don't address all of that, you do a disservice to the people that you're so-called trying to uplift. Because what made Malcolm X such a great man? It wasn't school, it wasn't college, it wasn't no made-up folk tales. It was Deen. It was the religion of Islam, or what he thought was the religion of Islam, right? But the point is, that's what made him a great man. That's what made him the epitome, right, of what black men looked up to when they seen Malcolm X, right? It was the religion that made him that. But these so-called conscious black folks are trying to take us away from religion, right? They're trying to tell us, oh, your ancestors did this, your ancestors worship the sun, your ancestors worship the moon, they sacrificed babies, or they did this, they did that, and that's what they want us to be up on? That's what you want me to be up on? I think another thing we need to realize is like this, right? At the end of the day, I'm not African. Now, my people may have come from there, but we also have to accept who we are today and what history we have made and what culture we have created. And although we're trying to move our people to a better place, I think it's also important to acknowledge where we stand today, who am I today, and where I'm trying to go. We can't just be talking about who we were, We also got to talk about who we are now and where we are trying to be. Because at the end of the day, I'm mixed with a lot of things. History is mixed with a lot of things. It's very complex. We can't just be extracting, or we just picking and choosing what we're going to extract for the purpose of upliftment. You have to realize we have become something else. Like my people are Garifuna, right? It's a mixture of West Africans, Arawak natives, and black and red Caribs. That's not, you can't just tell me I'm African. No, I am a Garifuna today. I may not know my language, but I still know a little something about my customs and my culture. But that's what I am today. So you can't sit here and tell me I'm African. Back in Africa, your people was doing this. Back in Africa. That's cool. That's cool and all. But this is what I'm doing today. This is what my people are doing today, right? And they don't mean because your people was doing something that you should do it too. Because some of our ancestors and our indigenous folks were doing some crazy things. So I encourage us to seek knowledge, man, and let's stop trying to hide like certain things of history, just because we think it might benefit our people. Peace.